Another perspective on U.S.-China relations now from Beijing. Catherine Wong is a reporter with the South China Morning Post. Catherine, how is the trade dispute between the United States and China being portrayed in China itself?
In China, it's a very controversial topic, of course, and for the Chinese Communist government, it's actually a sort of a destabilizing factor. So they're very careful when they are trying to portray the trade war on their state media or social media. Have some friends who work at the state media actually told me that they're not allowed to use the word trade war because it's too negative. So they opt for words like trade tension or trade conflicts. So that really tells you how sensitive it is for them, and it's quite a challenge for them to address the issue to the public and explain what is going on.
When the Chinese government talks about it, one of the quotes I saw said that the minister was talking about deep structural change in the relationship. What does that actually mean?
They've been talking about it for quite some time. It's part of China's pledge to further opening up its market and to reform its economic structure. That would include, that was supposed to be including more support for the private enterprises, which has been squeezed in the last couple of years, and reform for the SOEs, which is the state-owned enterprises. So these are all the measures that the Chinese government is trying to do to have the structural reform for its economy in order to combat the economic slowdown that we're seeing in China.
When you talk about that economic slowdown, how much evidence is there that the tariffs that the United States have imposed actually are biting?
I've actually talked to some private companies here, and some of them, they have been saying that they're very worried about the current trade war, and also because of the Chinese government's preference or tilt towards the state-owned enterprises that is taking away some of the resources that they might be able to enjoy. So the current situation for them is quite difficult, and also the Chinese government have been saying that they're coping with the tariffs, coping with the impact of the trade war. We're also hearing from analysts saying that it might be that in the next year we will see even more a bigger economic impact that is brought by the trade war. But the government has been saying that they're trying very hard to work on it, and we'll see how President Xi Jinping and President Donald Trump, whether they will meet and reach some consensus at the G20 summit in Argentina.
There has been some evidence in the last couple of days that both China and the United States are trying to lower the temperature a little bit heading into that meeting in Buenos Aires. What will you be watching for as you watch that unfold?
I'll be watching for whether there will be compromise made by both sides, especially from the Chinese side. There's been a lot of demands and asks from the American government, including its dissatisfaction with China's subsidy for its industrial upgrade plan, which is manufacturing made in China 25, and some of the market distorting practices, and also the lack of intellectual property rights protection in China that is hurting some of the foreign enterprises. So I will be watching whether.
I was going to say, do you think Jinping is in a mood to compromise?
It's difficult to say at this moment. China has been saying that it's taking a tough stance, will not back down from the United States. But at the same time, it's also starting to see the economic impact of the trade war. So we'll see whether they will make some compromise. But for China, the Made in China 2025 plan, which is the industrial upgrade plan, is probably their core interest, what they see as a bottom line. They might have some measures to slow down the pace, but in essence, they will have to maintain it according to the experts and also the officials that has been talking about the issue.
Thank you very much for your perspective on this.
Thank you so much for having me.